In every city, beneath the towering skyscrapers and bustling streets, millions of untold stories unfold. Stories of struggle, of survival, and of quiet courage. This is one of them. This is Aadil. Like so many others, he was one of the city's invisible heroes. His day began long before the sun rose, a grueling 10-hour shift for a wage that barely kept hunger at bay for another day. His worn-out shoes and old backpack carried the weight of his dreams and the heavier burden of his reality. One night, the sky opened up. A relentless downpour soaked the city, and Aadil was caught in the middle of it, his only thought to get home. His mother was sick, her frail body waiting for medicine he couldn't afford. Each raindrop felt like a ticking clock, urging him to run faster through the slick, dark streets. Suddenly, a cry pierced the sound of the rain. It came from a dark corner of the street. Without a second thought, Aadil ran towards the sound. There, on the cold, wet pavement, was a fragile old woman. She had fallen, and in her trembling hands she clutched a photograph of her son. Tears streamed down her face as she cried out, "My son, he hasn't come home in 2 days. Someone, please help me find him. .. Double quotes. Aadil stood there, drenched and desperate. He could have walked away. He had his own mother to worry about, his own poverty to fight. But while life had made him tough, it hadn't made him heartless. He saw not a stranger, but a mother's pain that mirrored his own fear. He knelt beside her, giving her the only 2 things of value he had: his small, flimsy umbrella and his old, cracked phone. He helped her up, his own exhaustion forgotten, and supported her weary body all the way to the nearest police station. He made sure she was safe, that someone was listening to her story. Only then did he turn back towards home, walking through the storm, shivering, with nothing left to shield him from the cold. When he finally reached his small, quiet home, an eerie silence greeted him. The door creaked open to reveal complete darkness. His heart pounded in his chest. And then he saw it, a small, folded note on the floor, lying in the dim light from the street. With trembling hands, he picked it up. The words blurred through his tears. "Aadil, your mother couldn't survive. She needed the medicine." His legs gave way. He fell to the ground, the note crinkling in his hand. He cried, not like a man hardened by life, but like a child who had just lost his entire world. The very city where he had searched for a glimmer of humanity had just extinguished the one light in his life. The irony was a cruel, crushing weight. The next morning, a soft knock came at the door. Aadil, his eyes swollen and his heart empty, slowly opened it. Standing there was the old woman from the night before, and beside her stood a young man, her son. He was safe. In her hands, she held a thick envelope, extending it towards Aadil. "My child," she said, her voice filled with a profound gratitude. "You helped us when no one else would even look. This isn't a reward. It's a debt of humanity that we can never truly repay." Aadil's gaze fell to the envelope. He opened it. Inside was more money than he had ever held in his life. Far, far more than what his mother's medicine would have cost. A wave of emotions washed over him. Grief, anger, a hollow emptiness. For a moment, he just stared at it. Then he looked up, meeting the old woman's kind eyes. He gently pushed the envelope back towards her. "I can't bring my mother back," he said, his voice quiet but firm. "But with this money, you can help another mother, another son. I lost everything, but I won't lose my humanity." Aadil chose to turn his deepest pain into a promise to always choose compassion, to always be human, no matter the cost. His story isn't just about loss, it's about the incredible strength of the human spirit. It reminds us that even when we feel we have nothing left to give, kindness is a choice we can always make. Thank you for watching. If this story touched you, please share it. Let's spread the message that humanity is the greatest treasure we all possess. Don't forget to subscribe for more stories that matter.